Right, hello folks, welcome to Mary Hill, and we're going to do a quick walkie-talkie about Catch the Bus Week. It's a woke thingy by bus users. Bus users is a charity to help people with their onboard experience. Right, okay, so yeah, we've all been in a situation where we get on a bus and it's very, very busy and there's no seats available, meaning having to stand. And it's not very uncommon to see buses being that busy. Literally, you have to stand up against the driver's cab, and there's nothing the driver can do. But I think it's quite unsafe, because see if the bus was to malfunction, overheat, or something like it, well, the driver's fucked because he can't get out of the cab, and by the time he could potentially get out of the cab, you're in a very, very serious situation indeed. Right, I'll give you an example on the number 60 today. Right, long wait between buses, and then finally when a bus appears, I had to stand up against the driver's cab. There was no other way of getting any further into that bus, even if I tried. Right, and some of the people on the bus didn't like the fact I had a rucksack that could subjectively be called big. It's not the biggest bag, it's not like the ones you see big travellers carrying on their bag, but ultimately and telling me that I should get off the effing bus, and it's like, you first. And there was this one that was given quite a lot of gob, and I just told the person to shut the fuck up. And then this guy, maybe 5'4" or something, said he was going to take me off the bus and kick my cunt in. Right. There was nothing I could have done apart from squeeze myself hard up against the bandit shield, which is even worse. But this Catch a Bus Week thing is an absolute. It's an absolute. How do we call it? We're not looking at the full picture here. I mean, catching the bus is one thing, absolutely fine, fair enough. But that kind of incident is actually quite a lot more known. And I'm not talking about my personal experience, I'm talking about on forums and stuff. People, people having to be pressed up against the windshield on one occasion. Now, my occasion, right, my bus had 79. On the wee, the head counter, the thing the bus driver has, it said 117. Now, if you know what 117 is, 117 is 117. So the bus was over-capacitated, and this is not what you call an isolated incident or a misjudgment from the driver. This is quite a common thing, and it's not just with first, it's across, from what I see in forums and stuff, quite a frequent repeater. And honestly, this is putting people's lives at risk. Catch a bus, risk your life in some occasions. And also, because I had that big bag, subjectively big, right? People are taking verbal pops at me for having a bag, but I couldn't have done very much else because the contents in my bag wouldn't have been allowing me to compress myself against the cab. And apart from anything, that obscures the driver mirrors. So really, it's a very dicey situation indeed. I honestly would like to ask bus users to answer this one. What to do? What are the guidances? If that's even a word. What are the guidance points for that kind of situation? Because one, I was made to feel physically uncomfortable. Also, I was made to feel emotionally uncomfortable, and also passengers were taking pops at me for having a big bag, and also there was one guy that threatened me because I had to tell someone to shut up. Right, a guy laid a threat of if I don't shut my mouth, he'd take me off the bus and kick my cunt. And yeah, he's 5'4", I'm 5'7". How well will that go? And besides, the way I'm feeling at the minute, if he wanted to hit me, I'd let him have the first punch. And does he not remember that the bus is actually covered by CCTV? So yeah, I mean, I would love to hear more from bus users with regards to number one, overcapacity, to the point where you're squeezed against the driver's cabin bandit shield, and also what happens with regards to I would probably call it low-level antisocial behaviour. And I would love to know what a get-go is for that, to be honest. If anyone from bus users ever sees this video, I would love to hear some advice on this matter. Bus users, remember, as a charity, not an arbiter. They do give advice, mediation and alternative dispute resolution once you're unhappy with the response from first bus. And we all pay our dues for transport, and I don't really think value for money is being provided. I would love to hear a little bit more, so until next time, folks, we love you long time, and if we do hear anything from bus users, that would be lovely, but I'm not expecting much. Catch you later.